When and how to use local and global variables. There are two types of variables in Python: global variables and local variables. The main distinction between both of them is the scope. Scope means till where you can use those variables. So in the case of global variables, the scope is entire program, whereas the scope of local variable is limited only to the function in which it is defined. So to explain this, I write a function add, and I write two arguments a and b, and I print the sum of both of them. So print a plus b. Now to call the function, I'll write add 9 comma 10. So I'll run this code and it gives the value 19. To know the value of a and b outside the function, so I print a comma b. But when I run the code, it will give an error. Variable a is not defined. So let me try printing it within the function. So I printed a and b within the function and it worked fine. It wrote 9 and 10. This is because the scope of a and b is just until the function ends. So you can do everything with a and b within the function add. Hence why a and b are called local variables. So I'll write the comment over here: a comma b local variables. Moving on, let's take the input from the user and write x is equal to int input, enter first number, and I write y as my second variable and I'll enter the second number. Now I'll call the function add and pass x and y as the arguments. I gave the value 8 and 10 for x and y, and it gave me the output as 18. Now I want to print the value of x and print value of y. And when I run this code, I give the input as 8, 10. It gives me the output 18, 8 and 10. So compared to before, where we could not print 9 and 10, here we can print 8 and 10 even outside the function. This is because x and y are global variables. So I'll comment over here x and y global variables. Now to further prove my point, I can write x and y at the top before the function is defined, and I will print x minus y over there, and then I'll go on with the remaining code just fine. So the first number I'm printing is 90, and then next number is 50. So we get the output 90 minus 50, 40. So x minus y is printed over here. Next is 140, which is the addition of both the numbers because we had called the function. And lastly, the values of x and y, 90 and 50. So this is how the local variables and global variables are used in Python.